So anyone who knows me knows that video games are something that I am very, very into. And, you know, I like all sorts of video games, but if I had to choose a few of my favorites, they would probably be Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Fallout, and Skyrim. Now, if you know anything about these video games, you could probably sense an overlying theme here. These games are all very decision-based role-playing games, and what that really means is that you have the power to make decisions that affect the story of the game and cause different endings, different reactions from different characters, and different things will happen to you based on these decisions. And not all of the decisions have an immediate effect. They might happen later in the game, they might only affect one other character, or they might only affect the very end of the game. So there are long-term results coming from these decisions that you're making. And the thing about it is that many of these decisions are very morally based. I happen to think of myself as a very, very nice person. I don't like hurting people. I don't like making people feel bad. And you'd think that video games would be a time for me to escape from that and just let loose with my inner evil side. Nope, I'm still a goody two-shoes in video games as well. I always end up making the really nice choices, and that would be okay if I could find it in my heart to then play the game again and make the different choices. Every time I replay the game, I end up making the same choices. I go into the game thinking, oh, I'm gonna do an evil playthrough and I'm gonna be such a bad person. This sounds really bad to say, but I mean it like is a fun story, seeing the different story, just forget it. I go into the game and I think I'm gonna make new choices. And no, I still do the exact same thing in my goody two-shoes way that I always do. Okay, so you know what, fine. I'm a nice person in real life and in video games, whatever. But here's the thing, sometimes it's hard work to be the nice person because the games are not clear on what is the nice choice sometimes. Some games like Mass Effect provide a very helpful little thing that tells you whether a choice is going to be good or evil by showing blue or red. But it doesn't always work out in other games. Let's say you have a selection of options to speak from. They're just paraphrased lines of what the dialogue is actually going to be. So let's say I choose the option that says, greet this person. I could greet them and end up insulting their family at the same time because I don't know what the character is going to say entirely. It's a conundrum. I have genuinely restarted a save because I did not like the decision I made and I felt morally bad about it. I know it's all made up. I know these aren't real people, but hey, I don't want them to suffer in their digital world where they have to keep reliving every time someone reopens the game. In case you can't tell, when I played Undertale, I did a true pacifist run and I'm never playing that game again. Here's the thing, I happen to really think about video game characters as my friends, and so I want everything to go well with them. I don't want to hurt their feelings, and it's just really, really hard. When I play a game for the first time, I try to stay away from walkthroughs as much as possible so I don't get spoiled and I make honest decisions that I would try to make in that point. Well, they really wouldn't be honest decisions. If I was actually like leading an Inquisition, say in Dragon Age Inquisition, I would probably just lay down and cry all the time. But anyway, I try to make the really honest decision of what I would make in that situation if I was presented with these options, and whatever the consequences are. It doesn't always work out that way. I sometimes get so conflicted about a choice that I just have to look it up on the internet to see what the results are going to be, because otherwise I will lose sleep over making a bad decision in a video game. Just imagine how I am in real life trying to do things with actual consequences. Please, like I do anything that has actual consequences in my life. I avoid those decisions entirely. That's what I do. If I was in a video game, I wouldn't even be in the video game. I'd be the inconsequential extra who runs off screen screaming, "This is not for me, fuck this!" I go to video games to escape my life, and yet I find myself constantly confronted by trying to make good decisions and being a good human, even in there. And I keep going back. I play these games over and over again, playing them probably pretty much the exact same way, and it just keeps happening over and over again. And do any of you guys feel the same way about morally conflicting decisions in video games? Let me know down in the comments below how you deal with that, because I still have heartache about a decision I made about 2 years ago in a game. Don't want to talk about it. Thanks for joining me on this trip into Andeeland, guys. You can click here to be sent to my last video, or you can click right down below when you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and share it with your friends if you think they'd relate to it, as I'm sure many, many video gamers out there would, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!